What is going on, everybody? My name is Nick and welcome back to another video where we're talking about more Korean indie music that I think that you should check out. So today I'm sharing with you guys two more groups that I really like, which happen to be pretty much the first groups that I ever listened to in Korean indie and that I absolutely fell in love with. So the first group is Virgo, which is a synth rock kind of group similar to Love X Stereo, but the only similarity that they have is the genre, because Virgo sounds dramatically different. They sound absolutely dramatically different. Just hear for yourself. So obviously, Love X Stereo there is much more, mellow and easy to listen to, where Virgo is definitely much more hard. And what exactly do I love about this group? Obviously, since this is music, I love their sound, right? Their synthesizer, their keyboard, whatever the electronic element is that they use in their songs, it has a super crunchy sound to it, and that is really, really awesome. But they also have a crisp and clean guitar throughout most of their music as well, which is great. And then not to mention that they have got some groovy bass tracks going in a lot of their songs as well, which is just absolutely fantastic. And that rough and crunchy kind of sound kind of reminds me a lot of listening to heavy metal, because that's kind of a thing in a lot of it, especially the stuff that I generally listened to back in the day, and I generally just like it. I mean, the only effects pedal that I got for my bass guitar is an overdrive pedal, which distorts the sound and makes it sound really crunchy and gravelly and stuff like that, which is awesome. But also that guitar sound too really kind of brings back the whole a lot of the sounds from classic rock and stuff like that too, where you're not going for distortion, they're just giving you the pure sound of a guitar through there, and it's really cool. The blending of those two elements, right, distorted synthesizer, or the distorted sound that you would get from your synthesizer with the clean sound of the guitar, is just absolutely fantastic. And for music that is so you wouldn't think is like relaxing and just something like that, the vocals that are added on top of this for a lot of the songs are just they're great. They don't match, like all of the elements of this you wouldn't particularly think would go together when you're thinking about it. Like if you were thinking of like, what am I going to make my band sound like, you wouldn't really think about this, but it really, really works. And their music is, you just sit down, you just listen to it, and you just play it, and it's really, really easy to just get lost in the music. Like the sound and all that just washes over you, and it's like the only thing that you're thinking about, it's the only thing that you're aware of, it's the only thing that you know. So it's really awesome. Virgo is fantastic. Another group, it's not really a group, it's more of a composer, artist, person who also has a similar sort of, not really vibe, but as far as like how it makes me feel, or how I listen to it and stuff like that, is a electronic I guess he would be a composer, so whatever, called Eniac, who he produces the most mellow and engaging music that I have ever heard in my life. Some of the most mellow and engaging music I've ever heard in my life. So the reason why I like him is his voice. His voice is just, it's heaven. His voice is so fantastic. It is so mellow and relaxing and stuff like it. It's really, really great, and it's really easy to get lost in the vocals of his music. It's just, it's great. The second part is the beat of the music. There's all kinds of really, really cool and interesting little details in there that you listen to, that you will hear. And it's really, really easy to get carried away by the music track. And that's good. And the fact that his voice does not, you know, does not take center stage in the music really means that, you know, what the beats that he's putting out, you know, as far as the music track, is really the entire meaning of the song, the reason why you listen to it. The vocals are just a, you know, secondary thing that adds basically another layer to the song, and it's really, really good. And, you know, we're talking about his most recent album here, because as I was doing research, I didn't know anything about this guy really until I just did some more research on him. And he's been involved in a lot of other stuff. He's got like, he's worked in a couple other like collaboration projects or something like that in the last 5 years or something like that. He also has another album and a music video, I think, that's out before. That's not the one that I just showed you. That's off of this most recent album. So I did not know that. But from what I've heard of all he brings so many different sounds to the music that he does. It's really cool. It shows he's a bit diverse in the thought process. So there you go. The two very first Korean indie groups or artists that I got into, Virgo and Eniac. I've got like their social media links on stuff on how you could get connected with them, but seeing as how they have like not posted on anything since like November of 2015, so November of last year or something like that, I don't know what's going on, honestly. But there'll be links to all that stuff down in the description box below, and you know, check them out, give them a follow. Maybe one day they'll come back to life and release something. Who knows? I can't say for sure. So, you know, if you like this, let me know. If you have any suggestions for, you know, indie groups that you think I should check out, that you like, you know, because that's kind of the reason here. We're trying to, like, 1, promote groups, and then 2, get a little dialogue started on sharing groups. Like, you know, we're a, you know, community of friends talking about music, right? This is kind of what this is all about. So let me know in the comment box below, or you can also head over to social media to do that. I've got a Twitter and a Facebook, which is the best way, and you could manage to do it somehow on Instagram. There's links to my profiles in the description box below. So that is going to be it for this video. As always, I want to thank you for watching, and we'll see you all next time. Goodbye. 2 groups that both follow me on Twitter. Love X Stereo just followed me randomly out of the blue for no apparent reason last week, and the Street Guns followed me back on Twitter probably a year ago at this point, along with their lead singer, who also follows me. So that's pretty cool.